Yeah, that'd be great. Kat, how about you just talk about that first goal and any confidence building off of that, and what were you seeing right there?
Yeah, so obviously as a center forward, my job is to just pounce on any opportunities that I'm given and try to get balls on goal. And so there was a great ball through by Rania. So I was just trying to run hard at that, and I knew the goalie was coming. It looked like she was coming out of the box, so I'd have a chance to kind of get her in a 50-50, having to use her feet and put some pressure on. And she kicked it back to me, and I was able to just redirect it back on goal. And putting in your first goal is always a great feeling, especially as a forward. It gives you confidence. And being a freshman, it's really exciting. It's something I've dreamed of, scoring my first goal at this level. So it was a great feeling, and I was really excited to help get my team level and back in the game.
Kat, you talked about it being your dream to score a goal here, obviously. How nice was it to obviously happen at Stone Stadium in front of and I don't know if your parents were in attendance, but if they were, I'm sure or if they weren't, I'm sure they were watching. So how exciting was it? And are you going to be really excited to go call your parents after all this?
Yeah, obviously, like I said, it's something that I've looked forward to and dreamed of my whole life. You know, you play club soccer for so many years, trying to play at the highest level possible, and college is a big step in that direction. And I've been looking forward to stepping out in Stone Stadium since about my freshman year of high school. And ever since I came here, I knew this is where I wanted to play. So getting to get out there and score my first goal and be on the field with my teammates was just the best feeling, and being able to do it. My dad and my sister were here, so it was really great. And I know I have a lot of friends and family watching back home, and I'm really looking forward to talking to everyone, and just really grateful for the opportunity to be out there today and to be able to put the ball in the back of the net and help my team get the win.
Following up with, obviously it was your dream to score, but you also saw some other freshmen play really well today. How exciting was it to see, your class kind of step up and make some plays today, with obviously Riley scoring as well?
Yeah, I'm really proud of our class. I knew coming in that we were going to have the opportunity to make a great impact on our team this season. And I think that we've done a really good job of stepping in and trying to put the pressure on to help raise the level of this team and make each other and the team better every single day. And I think today was a really good showcasing of that hard work that's gone into being ready to play at this level, so early in our careers. And I think seeing Riley score and so many other freshmen contribute today was just the icing on top of the cake, and hopefully the beginning of a lot of success to come for our class and this program. And we can continue to raise the bar for the success of this program, because obviously we're known to be a great program, and we want to continue that on and raise that even higher if we can.
Yeah, what about the adjustments? Obviously, your class has been it's a unique experience for you guys. Obviously, normally you were going to go against some non-conference opponents, some lighter opponents to start the season, but instead you guys have been thrown in right at SEC play. Has the game slowed down for you at all in these first two matches?
Yeah, I mean, luckily we had the benefit of kind of an extended preseason, so we were able to have, as much as it was hard not knowing, if we were going to get a season and when that game might be, we were really fortunate and able to have some extra time to acclimate to this level and with our team. And I think that we play in one of, if not the highest practice level environments in the country. So often I find competing against ourselves is a great challenge, because when we get to the games, sometimes we find ourselves having even more time or even more space, and we're able to, play together instead of against each other and use all of our talents together. So it's definitely been a different experience and a different start to college than I had imagined originally. But I think, if we can start and get involved and make a contribution to the game now in SEC play, that is a really good sign for the things that we can do moving forward.
Lawson, do you have any questions?
Yeah. With the rain today, how do you think that affected the play on the field?
Yeah, I mean, playing in the rain is something that is a big part of soccer. The weather is always going to play a role. For me, I love that. I love the kind of scrappiness that it gives and the opportunities it has, especially as a forward, creating some loose balls and chances to capitalize on that. For us being in Columbia, the rain kind of cools things off a little bit, so that's always nice. And I think if you asked me, it was perfect weather to play today, and I couldn't have asked for better.
And you talked about maybe some loose balls, some slip ups because of the rain. It looked like on your second goal, the keeper for Missouri, I don't know her name. I thought she might have it at the top of the box, but then it looked like it came out. Can you just talk me through that?
Yeah, so again, there was another great through ball played through, and Chang played it through, and I just wanted to go at it as hard as I could. Like kind of the first one, I knew if I ran hard at her, I could either get a toe on it or try to at least make her nervous and put some pressure on. And like I said earlier, as a center forward, my job is to capitalize on any opportunities I'm given. So, I just tried to take a couple hard steps at her, hoping that I might make her nervous or be able to get a loose ball. And the ball popped out, and I just had to put it in the back of the net. First time I wanted to get that opportunity, because obviously that was a huge turning point for us in this game, to be able to go up 2-1 and have a lead for the first time this season, and to be able to play from that standpoint was really awesome for this team, and I think helped us move in the right direction in our play today.
Anything else, Lost?
That's all from me. Thank you so much, and congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, thanks, Kat. You're all good.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the win.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have anything you want to open up with, or you just want to open up with questions right away?
Questions are good.
Austin, go ahead.
All righty. Congratulations on the win. I asked Kat earlier about the conditions on the field with the rain. Do you want to talk about that a little?
It wasn't too bad. I mean, anytime you have a little bit of rain, you're going to have a little more slick conditions. So you have to take care of the ball and be a bit safer in your defensive third, and make sure you're covering for things that get away. So things can be a little bit sloppy, but as Kat mentioned, it's a great thing for attackers to create some messes in front of an opponent's goal. So you're expecting balls to be skipping in, harder for goalkeepers to deal with. You know that they're going to come off their hands a bit more, or have a chance to even go through hands and the goalkeeper, on a slick day. So you got to take your chances and be aggressive. And luckily we found that to be the case a couple of the times we ended up taking good shots and putting the ball in dangerous areas.
Shelley, obviously we fell behind early and on kind of a really good goal from Missouri, but what did you like out of the team to bounce back and obviously, come back and score 4 unanswered goals to get a big win?
Yeah, I mean, it says a lot. I think back to last year, we did this, I think at Alabama, we went down maybe 2 goals and came back to win 5-2. So it says a lot about a team that can bounce back and not, panic necessarily when you go down a goal, and just continue to work and get your opportunities. And it was really nice to, obviously that first goal was tough, but Kat made it happen. And for her, that was nice to be rewarded for that work and the presence she has up top. And it's always nice to get your first goal as a freshman, and then for her to get 2 is pretty amazing, and have other freshmen score. I mean, that's just it was a good day overall for that, for us to open the scoring opportunities. We wish we could have had one last weekend when we needed it, but that happens in the sport, and today we created some good opportunities, and I was really happy to see us capitalize on more in the second half.
Lawson, you have any questions?
You were talking about the freshman class. Obviously, Fox in goal, and Kat and Riley both stepped up. You just want to talk about their contributions today?
Yeah, I mean, the freshmen have been crucial to what we've been doing on the field. I mean, there's a reason a few of them are starting, and there's players that are coming off the bench and giving us a huge lift. So, we're still trying to figure things out. It's tough for everyone to jump into SEC play, especially when you have a young team. And I think we're trying to figure out how freshmen are going to handle the SEC play and how they're going to respond and who the best combinations are still. So we're figuring that all out at the same time, trying to play games and win games. And so a great credit to the freshmen that we put in positions to start. It's a lot on your shoulders to come in, especially a goalkeeper, and to follow in the footsteps of Michaela, who had 4 tremendous years. And so Taylor's handled that well so far, and Hallie's been in the center back, and Kat started up top. I mean, those are some key positions for us, and I thought they've done well to step in and play well and consistently.
Shelley, we had 23 players play today. How important do you think that's going to be kind of down the road? Obviously, it's such a short season. And, I talked to Kat a little bit earlier about, obviously, normally they would be having non-conference games to kind of get their feet under them, but it's kind of been baptism by fire. So how important is a game like this to kind of see those combinations that you guys have maybe been thinking about or been adjusting and trying to get the best of?
Yeah, that's a big advantage to be able to get that many people in a game, and two, to have players that didn't get an opportunity last weekend or didn't even travel and they get a chance to play. And I think unfortunately sometimes we can't play everyone. Everyone's hardworking and deserving, but in this sport you got to make some decisions and see who can get into a game. And when you have a lead like that, we were able to be a little bit more flexible. And I thought everyone that came in did a good job and did put the work in. And I'm glad that they were rewarded with time and a win today.
And obviously, with it being such a unique year with attendance, obviously we don't have the normal fan group at our game, but we obviously had the graveyard shift there today. How nice was it to kind of have that presence still there with them and that sound and kind of familiar atmosphere for Emily, at least that standpoint?
Yeah, they make Stem Stadium one of the best places to play. We're grateful for what they do, their commitment. They've been amazing, and then especially on a year when we have such limited fans. Stone Stadium's usually much louder and more. The atmosphere is much more electric, but without them there, it would have been so quiet and different. And I think they kept some normalcy to our stadium and just the playing there. It's exciting, and we really appreciate them coming out and always being in support of the team. I know they appreciate it.
Lawson, do you have any more?
I know you're going into your 20th season this year. Congratulations on that, by the way. What do you think the outlook is for this year?
The outlook? You mean what we're looking, our goals and all?
Sorry. Like, how are you able to still push the team to perform at their very best?
Well, I guess after 20 years, you get more experience, so that's an advantage. You got to, I'm thankful for this group we have. We've talked about this recently. Is we've always had ups and downs through 20 years, and I think this group, is pretty special the way they have really bonded. They've come together and they hold each other accountable. Where the culture is and what they've come into and their expectations of each other really helps us as a coaching staff to keep them motivated, because we just have to give some reminders sometimes and give them some feedback, but we're not dealing with trying to get everyone on board, and they're already there. And that makes a huge difference when you're trying to move forward as a team, as a group. And so this group has a lot of promise ahead of them for this season and in the future as those that return. So we're excited about them, and I do believe they'll continue to learn and grow. We're not going to be perfect next weekend either. There's going to be things that come up, and especially like I'm asking of these young players, but we've got lots of good leadership too in the team and experience, and they are helping each other. And the more we can play, the more we can continue to grow as a team, the better we'll be. And I feel that has always been the case, in our expectations as a program, and what we did at Georgia and how we started the season will not be how we end. And we know this year is so different as well, that we've got to be flexible and adapt to things that come that may be out of our control, and everyone has to be ready to go. And I think that's where everyone's mentality is, and they want to be out there. They're supporting each other, and they're ready to go when called upon.
That's all for me. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
right.
Shelley, one last thing. What are you kind of looking forward? Obviously, this week, you just had the game, but you still have to look through the game. But what kind of things do you want to work on this week, moving forward into next weekend?
Well, I think we're still a little bit sloppy with some of our passing, especially in the final third. I think we've got to learn how to read each other, how to give it maybe a bit better cues in what we're trying to do, and just kind of learning how each other plays a bit. I know, our midfield, I think, does a good job. It's kind of from the middle to the final third. It breaks down sometimes, and especially when you're at Georgia, that was a disappointing part of the game, and I think they did better today. So that was promising. I think continuing to work on that, putting ourselves in good positions and dangerous. We've got to be better on our set pieces. We put ourselves in a good position to create some corners, which we didn't do the last weekend, and now we've got to take advantage of that. So there's things you can definitely build on every week, and that's a few things that will happen. And we're still adjusting in the back too, staying organized and being calm in our moments, and when we need to go forward, when we need to clear the ball, when we need to now keep possession. And those decisions will come too as we continue to learn each other, learn how to play with each other in the back.
Awesome, Shelley. Well, is there anything else you want to say? Otherwise, we're all good.
No, I'm good.
All righty. Thank you so much. Patrick, also thank you. Lawson,
Thank you, Coach.
appreciate you covered. And we'll see you guys next time.